All right, here's another metric conversion video. It's a little different than the last one though. So I am asked to convert from meters to miles. And so I don't have a direct connection between meters and miles, at least not here. But I do know how to get from kilometers to miles. So I know if I can get this to kilometers, I can convert it to miles. Now you might say, well, why don't I just move the decimal point, get this to kilometers, and then do it? Theoretically, we could, but I'm just trying to do this fully with dimensional analysis. Let's piece this together. So I know if I can get to kilometers, I can get to miles. So I just need a connection between meters and kilometers. And we can get that from our metric prefixes that we, again, should have memorized. And my advice is always take the bigger unit. So the bigger unit is the one further to the left. So between kilometers and meters, kilometers are bigger. And so I want to write, okay, 1 kilometer, and I want to know how many meters are in a kilometer. So there's 1, 2, 3 steps to the right. So 1 with 3 zeros. So 1 kilometer has 1,000 meters. So I'm going to use this along with this to do my conversion. So I have 500,000 meters, and then I'm going to multiply. I want to cancel meters, so I put 1,000 meters on the bottom and 1 kilometer on the top. And then I want to cancel kilometers, and so I put 1.61 kilometers on the bottom and 1 mile on the top. And this is my setup. And so when I do that, meters cancel, kilometers cancel, and I'm left with miles. So 500,000 times 1, and then divided by 1,000 and divided by 1.61. I get a final answer. I'm just going to round this slightly. I know if I'm doing sig figs, this isn't quite right, but it should be about 311 miles. And so this is just sort of how we go about this. Now, I also could have written, if I had wanted, that 1 meter equals 0.001 kilometers. But I wouldn't recommend doing it that way, you know, like starting here and saying 1, 2, 3 to the left. I find you're more likely to make a mistake if you write it in this way. So again, I always recommend picking the bigger unit, which is the one furthest to the left, and writing the other one in terms of that. So let's look at another example. Here I'm trying to go from pounds to milligrams. And I know how to go from pounds to kilograms, but then, okay, I'm going to have to take one more step to go to milligrams. So I need a connection between kilograms and milligrams. So I say, what's bigger? Well, kilograms are bigger. That's over here. That's this prefix, and millis over here. So I'm going to write that 1 kilogram, because that's the bigger unit, equals, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps to the right. So 1 kilogram equals 1,000,000 milligrams, 6 zeros. So that's my other piece here. So I've got 47 pounds, and I want to cancel out pounds, so I take up here, and I say, okay, for every 2.2 pounds, there's 1 kilogram. And then I want to cancel kilograms, so I take from this thing that I wrote, every 1 kilogram is 1,000,000 milligrams. And then I'm just going to multiply this out, so 47 times 1 times 1,000,000, and then divided by 2.2, I get, and I'm going to round this because this is a pretty ugly number, 2, and it looks like about 21 million, I'm going to say 21,400,000 is what it looks like it is roughly, and that's going to be in milligrams. And so again, that's how we sort of do a conversion that has metric in it, but it's not simply a metric to metric conversion like we did in the last video. We just moved the decimal point. So we want to be able to create exchange rates like this using our metric prefix, to be able to take a moment and write these out. And this is going to be important later when we do area and volume conversions, like going from meters squared to centimeters squared. We want to really be comfortable writing out these exchange rates here. All right, so that is it. Until next time, I am Derek Genova. Have a delightful day.